We are growing at about 7.4%. We are an oasis of growth in a very barren economic landscape across the world. But the challenge for India is really to accelerate that pace to 9 to 10%. The important thing to understand is that we are the last giant economy in the world to open up. We're going to see about 700 million people getting into the process of urbanization by 2050. We are the only country with 1 billion mobile, with 1 billion biometric, with new bank accounts, 200 million people. I mean, this has huge possibility of using technology to leapfrog. This is a huge possibility of reducing your costs of transaction and lifting people above the poverty line. But I think the important thing is that India must become a very, very cost competitive nation. Our total factor productivity must improve. We must be able to penetrate global markets on sheer efficiency and cost competitiveness. And I think this is the moment, because we are undertaking structural transformation in our economy. We are moving away from a very, very highly subsidized economy to production, productivity and efficiency based things. We're carrying those big measure changes.
What are the enablers around manufacturing that you see? How have they changed in the last 19 months? And what are the other changes that you would want for manufacturing to be this roaring success, that lion to actually roar?
Today, the Indian entrepreneur has started now believing that we can be a manufacturing hub for the world, which I think is a big movement towards positive thinking. And I think the government, as Mr. Kant was saying, that there are a lot of positive actions being taken, and it's a long-term process. I think we would need to take steps around labor reform, land reform, overall infrastructure building, road development, all these corridors which are being developed. So overall, the cost of production will come down because of these measures, and I think India will become a far more competitive position.
Why look at a China model? Because that model has essentially landed China where it has. Is there space for another export-led economy, so to say? So that's question number one. And question number two also is that if services are so good, why don't we promote them? And does an economy really need to go through the manufacturing revival, the manufacturing roar, for it to become significantly big?
No, firstly, we must understand that China has actually grown for very long.
At the pace
at very high rates.
Yes.
I mean, if you grow at about 10% per annum, you double your GDP in 7 years. So China has done that several times over. Number one. Number two, we must be very clear that no country in the world has ever grown without driving its manufacturing. And especially in a country with 1.2 billion population, you need to take people away who are disguisedly unemployed in the agriculture sector into the manufacturing sector. So if India's ambition is to grow at 9 to 10%, then the manufacturing sector must grow at 14 to 15% per annum year after year. But in a country with 1.2 billion, there are huge perils of bypassing the process of manufacturing. You will just not be able to create jobs for your people. And therefore you need growth with equity, you need growth with jobs, and that's why you need manufacturing.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.